Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today we have a new topic for discussion. The topic for today's discussion is fracture shaft of femur. This is also a very important topic in orthopedics. First of all, let's review or try to remember the anatomy of shaft of femur and its surrounding structures. Okay. You can see in this picture there is a full length of femur, anterior, posterior and lateral view showing all the structures of femur, including head of the femur, trochanter and shaft of the femur, including distal femur, which includes medial condyle and lateral condyle. And in the next slide we can see all the major muscles around the shaft of the femur and in pelvis. Muscles include muscles of the anterior compartment, muscles of the posterior compartment and muscles of the medial compartment. In anteriorly there is a lot of muscles include rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius and vastus medialis, and in the medial side there are also some major muscles, and posteriorly there is biceps femoris, semitendinosus, semimembranosus, etc. So, all these muscles have some role in fracture deformity and management of the fracture. Okay. So, the femoral shaft is circumferentially padded with large muscles. Advantage of these muscles is after fracture shaft of femur, healing potential improved due to increased vascular supply to the bone, and disadvantage is after fracture there is a chance of more deformity due to muscle pull or muscle contraction, and during surgery reduction is difficult in case of fracture shaft of femur. Okay. Now, what are the mechanism may cause injury or fracture shaft of the femur? Usually it occurs in young patient, young adult, and fracture shaft of femur usually occur due to high velocity injury, because femur is a very strong bone and it is the strongest bone in the body. So, for fracture it needs high velocity, and it may occur in low velocity injury where there is a pre-existing pathology to the bone, or pathological fracture occur in low velocity injury. Now, what are the clinical features we can find in case of patient with fracture shaft of femur? What will be the presentation? Presentation will be, there will be a history of trauma, there will be pain in the thigh, swelling, patient will be unable to stand and walk with his affected lower limb, and we should find or look for associated injuries to the pelvis, to the chest, abdomen and spine. Okay. Or we should look other injuries to the leg. In many of the cases, fracture shaft of femur may be associated with fracture tibia fibula or fracture neck of femur or fracture in the trochanteric region. So, thorough clinical examination is very important in this case. And in general examination, we should look carefully whether patient is presenting to us with features of shock. Here usually the chance of hypovolemic shock is very high, because there is a massive blood loss occur after fracture shaft of femur. It is about 1 to 1.5 liter blood loss may occur. So, we should look whether the patient is presenting with the features of shock, that means low volume, 3D pulse, patient may be pale, etc. Okay. In local examination, first of all, in look what the problems we can see, that is there may be a deformity in the thigh region, there may be some angulation, swelling will be present in there will be shortening of the limb will be present, and whether there is a open wound is present or not, whether it is open fracture or closed fracture, we should look for these things. Okay. And in feel, we can feel the tenderness around the fracture site, and we should measure whether there is a shortening of the limb is present or not. And in move, there will be abnormal movement may be present at the fracture site, and including movement in the knee joint, there is abnormal movement. Okay. And we should look very carefully the distal neurovascular status, whether there is a nerve injury to the walker during the fracture of the bone. There may be a chance of sciatic nerve injury, femoral nerve injury or femoral vessels. So, we should clinically examine the patient carefully for distal neurovascular injury. Okay. Now, what are the investigations we should do for diagnosis of fracture shaft of femur? That is, we should do the X-ray of the thigh, anterior posterior and lateral view, and we should include other X-rays to see the pelvis and knee joint. Okay. What are the X-ray? X-ray of the thigh, X-ray of thigh, anterior posterior and lateral view, and X-ray of the knee joint and X-ray of the pelvis. Okay. We should not miss all these things. Here you can see some X-ray of fracture shaft of femur. In first image, there is a fracture shaft of femur, and which is showing there is a posterior displacement of the distal fragment with, and it is a transverse fracture. In the second image, this is also another type of fracture shaft of femur where fracture line is oblique. In the next image, we can see the fracture of the shaft of femur of a children's bone, and here the fracture is spiral fracture. Okay. And the next image is fracture shaft of the femur, who is showing the segmental fracture of the shaft of femur. And now, what will be the treatment of fracture shaft of femur? If patient presented with us with polytrauma, then patient should be managed according to ATLS protocol. First of all, what will be the emergency management? If possible, give splint at the site of injury, and as early as possible shock should be evaluated, and if patient is presenting with shock, blood volume should be restored. And what are the importance of temporary immobilization or immobilization from the fracture site or injury site to hospital? In this time, if we can immobilize the fracture, it helps to control the pain, control bleeding, and makes transfer of the patient from site of injury to the hospital easier. So, three things: first of all, control pain, control bleeding, and make easy the transfer of the patient from site of injury to the hospital. As for example, a patient's injury occurred due to road traffic accident and patient is in the road. If we temporarily immobilize the patient by splint, and then what will be the benefits we will get? That is, pain will be reduced, bleeding will be controlled in some extent, and we can easily or with less discomfort, we can transfer the patient from road to the hospital, and this will help us for the better management of the patient. Okay. Now, what will be the definitive treatment of this patient or definitive management of a patient with fracture shaft of femur? First of all, if patient with multiple injuries, patient should be treated according to ATLS protocol. Head, chest, pelvic injuries and other fractures should be searched, and definitive surgery, that we call it second hit, should be done when patient become hemodynamically stable. What it means? As for example, a patient get injury 2 hours back, just immediately we should not go for surgery. Patient should be hemodynamically stable before the surgery. Patient should be evaluated properly, his general investigation should be done properly. If patient is fit for the surgery, only then we can go for surgery. Okay. Now, treatment of isolated shaft of femur fracture, or what are the fracture management for the shaft of femur. There are some treatment options or treatment modalities for different patients. First of all, we can give traction. Traction may be skin traction, skeletal traction or gallows traction, etc. Okay. Then plaster immobilization, definitive treatment by fixation of the fracture site by plate and screws, intramedullary nailing and external fixator. External fixator we usually use in case of open fracture. Okay. Now, we can see some photos of these types. First image showing there is a surface traction or skin traction, and these are helps to reduce the swelling, reduce the pain and helps to align the fracture. So, helps in healing of the fracture. And second one is skeletal traction. Here fracture is fracture pin is inserted to the proximal tibia and then traction is given. Then this is hip spica plaster. This is usually given in case of fracture shaft of femur of children. Okay. And this image here we can see there is a plate is applied for fixation of the fracture shaft of femur. Here the fracture is immobilized with the help of plate and screws. And next image showing there is a fracture shaft of femur, and then there is an intramedullary nail is inserted through the medullary cavity from the tip of the trochanter up to the supracondylar region. Okay. And next image showing there is a fracture shaft of femur. This may be a open fracture. So, there is a external fixator is applied. The main part of the fixator is outside the skin and only some pins are inserted into the bone. Okay. And now, let us come to know some complications of fracture shaft of femur. These complications include hemorrhage. Already you know, in case of fracture shaft of femur, there is a chance of bleeding of about 1 to 1.5 liter, and due to this hemorrhage patient may go to shock. So, another complication of fracture shaft of femur is shock, and third one is vascular injury. And some other complications, if the fracture shaft of femur is not treated properly or during the treatment time if some complications develop, so this may happen. The first of one is malunion, and then there is a delayed union. Fracture may take more than usual time for healing, and the last one is non-union. Okay. And this is all about fracture shaft of femur in short. With this I conclude. Thank you. Thanks to you all.